Everyone said Noah was a dreamer, and not in a flattering way. At 26, he still lived in his childhood room, scribbling business plans on coffee-stained notebooks, while his friends posted photos of weddings, babies, and corner offices. His father, once supportive, now avoided conversations about the future. His mother offered silent prayers over dinner. And Noah, he clung to one dream: to create a startup that would change lives, even though his own life felt stuck on pause. He had tried everything: online courses, failed pitches, emails that went unanswered, interviews that turned into ghostings. His bank account echoed the rejection: $128.47, just enough for gas, ramen, and shame. Noah's dream felt unattainable. Every door he knocked on stayed shut. Every connection he chased dissolved. It was as if the universe was mocking him, as if success was a secret club and he'd lost the invite years ago. Then came the day everything cracked. He received a rejection email for a startup accelerator he'd spent 4 sleepless nights preparing for. The email was generic, cold. "We appreciate your time." He stared at it for 10 minutes before slamming the laptop shut and walking into the rain with no jacket, no plan, no destination. He ended up in front of an old bookstore, the kind that smells like forgotten dreams and dusty wisdom. He went in, not to buy, but to breathe. An old man with silver hair and tired eyes stood behind the counter. He looked up as if he'd been expecting someone. "Looking for something you can't name?" the man asked. Noah blinked. "What?" The old man smiled. "I've seen that look before. Sit. I'll show you something." He reached beneath the counter and pulled out a small, worn notebook. In the title, just a leather cover and frayed corners. "This isn't for sale, but it might help." Inside were handwritten notes, stories, lessons. It was like reading the private journal of someone who had climbed the mountain Noah kept sliding off. One line was underlined in red: "The key to success is never locked outside. It's buried where most people never look, inside themselves." Noah scoffed. Another self-help cliche, but the man leaned in. Everyone looks for shortcuts, hacks, connections. But the truth? The real key is in your habits, your mindset, your ability to show up when no one's watching. That's the hidden key. Noah went home. Something about the old man's words haunted him. That night, he made a vow: no more grand plans, no more begging for doors to open. Instead, he'd build his own damn door, brick by brick, in silence if needed. He deleted his social media, set at 4:30 a.m. alarm. Every morning he read for 1 hour. Then he wrote down 3 things: what he learned, what he'd do, and what he'd let go. He designed, tested, failed, redesigned. He sent emails not to pitch, but to ask genuine questions. He started journaling every night, tracking one metric: did I get 1% better today? Months passed. Nothing dramatic happened in the viral post. No investor miracle. But something inside him changed. The anxiety turned to discipline. The shame gave way to curiosity. Instead of chasing validation, he chased growth. He started mentoring a local coding club, helping teenagers with their first apps. Ironically, the same startup accelerator that rejected him asked him to speak, because one of the teens he mentored got in and mentioned Noah. Word spread. Noah's product, a tool that helped people build micro-habits using neuroscience-backed methods, quietly grew. No fireworks, just testimonials, users who stayed, and impact that deepened. 2 years later, he was invited to a tech conference, not as an attendee, as a keynote speaker. He walked on stage in a simple black shirt, no script, no slides, just a story. He spoke about the doors that never opened, about feeling like success was a party happening behind walls too tall to climb, about the encounter with the mentor, that strange bookstore, and a single sentence that rewired his life. He paused, looked around the silent room and said, "Everyone here wants to unlock something: wealth, clarity, love, purpose. But maybe the reason the doors aren't opening is because we're trying to pick locks that were never ours. The real door, it's the one you build within. And the hidden key, it's the version of you that shows up even when no one is clapping. The applause was thunderous, but Noah didn't need it because the transformation wasn't public. It had been silent, internal, invisible. And that's the secret nobody tells you. Success doesn't always knock. Sometimes it waits. Behind the version of you you haven't met yet. Build that version. That's the hidden key.